What's up world, Enrique here with another video, and this time we're going to be talking about the Pocket Operator 33, aka the knockout or the KO, whatever you want to call it. And in this video I'm going to be showing you guys one of the most musical ways you could take a sample and easily slice and chop it and play it back using the KO. So let's get into it. Okay, so I want to give a little background as to why this method works so well. Sure, you can copy and paste a lot of different things on the Pocket Operator, but one thing that often gets overlooked is what actually happens when you copy a sound from the melodic engines down into the drum engines. What the melodic engines are, they're the 8 across the top. You copy a sound into one of these, and basically you're going to get that same sound played chromatically across the 16 pads. If you record a sound down into the drum section, you're going to take that, for example, same sound. The Pocket Operator is going to run this little algorithm and find 16 points or 16 transients within that sound and slice that sound across the 16 steps. Cool, right? But what people often don't realize is that if you were to record something into the melodic section first and then copy and paste it from here into the drum section, it'll actually ignore that algorithm of finding the transients and just take the start and the end point and put 16 perfect slices in between those 2 points. So what that means is you'll get a perfectly sliced sample if you use 1 bar, 2 bar, or 4 bars of music. So let's go and put this to practice. Okay, so right now I'm on pattern 1, which is completely blank, and if I hold down sounds, you'll see that I only have one sound, which is this drum group right here on drum number 10, which is just like a basic drum kit, right? Okay, so I have something queued up here in the laptop that I want to sample into the KO, and one thing that really helps me is kind of counting along or imagining myself playing the pads back with the sample that I'm recording. The reason I do this is because it helps me determine how long I should actually record the sample itself. So let's record something onto melodic track number 1. Again, important that you record first onto the melodic and then copy paste onto the drums, but we'll get to that in a second. So record sound 1. Whoa, that is not what I want to sample. Let's go ahead and cue this up, press play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Done. Easy. Pause that. Let's play it back real quick. Easy, right? So you can hear that there's a little extra at the end of the sample, which is this part right here. Watch. That last dune, that's when the loop is starting to play longer than I intended. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten within this realm, or within this melodic track, I'm going to shorten the sound up. So I'm going to go and find trim, TRI, and move the trim knob from the very end, which is 999. Let's see what we can get it to. Let's try this one right here. Okay, close. I think I might have chopped a little bit off. Let's see if we can push it a little further. Oh, I think that's basically perfect. One thing you might be wondering is I sampled onto melodic track number 1. Why am I pressing number 5? Number 5, after sampling into a melodic track, you basically select that sound and you can play the sound melodically, right? Pad number 5 is its original pitch. So I like to use this to kind of help with trimming. If you want to speed up the process, you can play 4. It'll play the sample back faster, allowing you to hear the whole loop a little quicker. So now that I have this sample here, and I think it's pretty much cut perfectly. Da, 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 da. This is the idea. I want it to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and repeat. So now that we have our sound selected, we can just hit right sound, and you'll see the one that's flashing right there, right? Number 1, I'm going to paste that onto number 9. So I just copied and pasted from melodic track number 1 and pasted onto drum track number 9. If I hold down sound, and I can now select that, you'll hear our sample perfectly sliced from start to end across these 16 pads. So watch. I can tap this out to a beat. Awesome. So now let's lay down a beat. Select this sound. Sorry, that sounded so awful. Let's find some hi-hats. Cool kick drum. Let's say boom, boom, boom. So let's see what that sounds like. Easy, right? Cool, now that we got the kick down, let's find a snare drum. I like this one. So hit record, and let's place that down here and here. Cool, hit record again, let's find a hi-hat. Sure, why not? Let's do this one. So I'll do ta-ta, ta-ta-ta. Sorry about my weird noises. Cool, right? So here's the other thing that we need to mention is I'm going to hit record and select sound number 9 again. If I press play and I play this back, you'll see that the pattern ends before I can complete all 16. Because I'm playing it basically at half the speed of what the pattern's running at. So check this out. If I press play, see, the pattern starts over again. So we need to copy and paste this pattern. The same way you copy and paste a sound, hold down right, hold down pattern. You'll see number 1 is flashing. I'm going to paste that onto 2. Now that we have 1 pasted onto 2 as far as pattern goes, I'm going to hold down pattern and say I'm going to play 1 into 2. And that's basically just going to loop back and forth. So the next important thing is I'm going to press play, make sure that record enable is turned off, and I have our new drum version of our melodic sample selected. And then while I press play and record is turned off, I'm going to hold down right and play the pattern in manually. The reason I want to do this is because you can start doing some weird stuff and playing 2 clips twice and doing like basically just flipping the sample as you would on an MPC or anything like that. So press play. We're currently on pattern 1. Hold down right, pattern 2, and let's go. So let's see what that sounds like. Cool, you can see we missed that first one. I'm going to hold down right and go ahead and enter that in myself. Easy. And I wanted to change up the last little bar. Easy. And you can even go back and edit the pattern after this. So let's say we go into pattern 2 of the 1 and 2 that we have. I'm going to select this sample, or chop, I guess you can say, hit right, and place that on the very first one. And now let's listen to this. So we're just listening to pattern 2. So now I'm going to go to pattern 1 and play this back and listen to it. You can already see that we have one missing at the very beginning. Right? So we can then hit right, select the sample that we want to play at the very beginning, maybe that one, hit right and enter it. And now we go back to pattern, select 1 and then 2. So it's going to go from pattern 1 into pattern 2. Pattern 1 into pattern 2. Easy, super simple. Then again, we can say pattern 1. I want to copy pattern 1 to pattern 3 to start making a variation. Then I want to copy pattern 2, the second half of that, right, pattern, and then copy that to pattern 4. So now if we go to pattern 3, and then we go to our drum section, hit right. I want to take the kick drums out, which is this one, and this one. Right, so now let's go to pattern 4 and take the same kick drums out. There, and there. And then let's go to our sample and change this up a little bit. So I'm going to hit record so we don't see the grid. Maybe let's grab this sample, put it here, and then that, and we'll take this one out and put it there. So let's see what this sounds like. Might sound completely awful. I have no idea. Decent, but we could do better. So let's see. Maybe that one here. All right, that'll work. So now I'm going to say play 1 into 2, 1 into 2, 3 into 4, 3 into 4, and play this back. So we got the version with the kick drum, loop again. Dun, 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 dun. And then the variation, aka no kick. Easy. Damn, this is super swung out too. And then it's gonna go back. And start, you know, freaking it out. I'm gonna make sure record is turned off, just so I don't record the effects parameters on top of the actual sequence itself. I did it on the first half, so let's go ahead and clear that. Effects in 16. I'm gonna just hold it till it goes through the pattern once. Cool, now it's cleared. Turn record off, and then start again. Man, the sounds you get out of this thing. Cool. Well, I hope you guys like this video. Yeah, try to keep it short and simple. Hope you guys made sense. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below. If you like this video, I would greatly appreciate a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video and you thought I could have explained it a little better, let me know how I could have done that for you down in the comments below, and leave me a thumbs down so I know where I need to improve. But again, you guys can always follow me on my Instagram, where I post a lot of other videos like this with a bunch of other gear in my studio, and there might be something in there that you want to see, so hit me up on my Instagram and let me know about it. But without further ado, you guys know the drill, and that is to share the love, share the knowledge. Knowledge is power. Peace.